Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. We need entrepreneurial leadership. And this is very key. You know what? For people who follow me a while, y'all knows I've had 1,000 jobs. I've had 1,000 jobs. And one of the things I used to do, I used to write for a political website. Back in the day, it was called politicallyblack.com. And it was interesting, right? And I wrote an article about the leaders that were, since it was focused on black politics, black issues. I wrote about saying, the new leaders that we need in the black community are the entrepreneurs. Because the thing with the entrepreneurs and ultimately business people is they create jobs. If you look at all the hoopla now, all the protests, everything going on, riots and everything, it all comes down to economics. Contrary to popular belief, it's actually bigger than race because even a race thing is connected to economics. Everything, all of this is connected to economics, and the black community especially. Yes, we can protest, we can take knees, we can put our fist in the air, we can chant everything. But at the end of the day, we still need jobs. We still need jobs. And that's the leadership we need. We don't need somebody to beg like, oh, put some money aside for us. Because I don't care what the race is. The only color that business people really care about is green. Everything else is a smokescreen. And, sometimes they can't handle hiring somebody. We can do everything, but then we still got to work. We need the entrepreneurs to step up. We need the people who create jobs to step up. And not just step up, that's their part. People need to pay attention to what they're saying, what they're doing. And not just pay attention to what they're saying and doing, but support what they're doing. Because if you notice, especially in other communities, you have no idea who like the activists are or the leaders are. But yet, if you really look at it, particularly in and just to be clear, especially for any non-black listeners, this ain't a race complaint or anything. I'm just saying reality. The people that run this country aren't the politicians, but mainly white business people. Because they creating the jobs, they can like a business person, or like a conglomerate or something that owns a grocery store, a high-end grocery store. They can change the neighborhood just by planting something there or affect everything there. Or you get some business people so powerful, they can affect the economies of even whole states. That's some powerful stuff. It's all about the money. So if we want to really make some changes, we gotta get into the economics. No matter what, we can make some spiritual changes, which I've seen advocated. We can make some political changes, which I've seen advocated, and all these different strategies. At the end of the day, though, it's all about economics. In fact, Dr. Amos Wilson, who's written several things, including a book called Blueprint for Black Power, he said economics and social things are connected. The social culture and everything is based on economics. What you like socially, because if you look at what do we do with that money? We buy food, so that's economic. We buy cleaning products to clean ourselves, that's economic. We go different places, we interact, that's economic. Even relationships, because classes are largely economic. So our behavior is really formed by how much money we had coming in. There's a big difference between a child born in a very poor environment and a child born in an affluent environment. Very big difference. Or middle class or whatever. All of those things matter. So one of the things we have to have some people who can lead us to making money. Regardless of your philosophy, your religious philosophy, political philosophy. That's the one thing everything's in common, because that's the tool to navigate in this world. So we need entrepreneurial leadership. We need the people to say, hey, these are jobs you can create. We need the people to say, hey, this is how you do it. Even some people who can teach people how to be entrepreneurial. Very important. This is very key. This is something that we really need. When I wrote that article back in the day about that, somebody said, hey, Rom, I got to call you on it. Those entrepreneurs don't give money. And I wrote the person back and I said, you're right. They don't give money. They ain't supposed to give money. They supposed to show you how to make money. It's better to show somebody, it's better to show someone how to fish or give them the ability to fish than to hand them a fish. And in the Black community especially, we got to get out that mindset of wanting to be handed a fish. Rather, become that person who knows how, not only how to fish, but how to dominate that pier or the fishing grounds or the fishing holes or whatever. Right? Very key. So we need entrepreneurial leadership. So I ain't say this in the last podcast, but I'm going to say it now. Let's go make that money.